What's going on, everybody? It's Max from Max Sports here, bringing you episode 3 of my Carolina Panthers Owner Mode. And if you did not see the last episode where we faced off against the Seattle Seahawks, I suggest you go check it out. Anyways, if you saw by how long this is and you kind of thought you'd be a little overwhelmed, don't worry, this is not normal. I like to keep my videos under 15 minutes if possible, and eventually as I go on, they'll get even shorter and less time consuming and much more entertaining to watch. Anyways, this episode is going to be a channel update, tell you what's going on my channel, and I'm just going to tell you some ideas for my series. And yeah, so pretty much what you can expect from on my channel is a My Career mode on NBA 2K14, as well as a My GM mode. I probably won't start the My GM mode until my Career is over, and I won't start my Career until whether we win the Super Bowl or not this year, probably after Season 1, unless I just can't get it out right away and want to just focus on one series. Then it'll be whenever this series is over. And then next year, Madden 15, sorry, I will have Madden Ultimate Team, but I didn't want to start it up this year because it'd just be way too late to try to do every little series. And next year I'll probably have a connected player, maybe one offense and one defense, or maybe just one, whichever one I choose. I might just have one player. And I think maybe the last 32 days or so of Madden 15, since I don't have much time to finish all my series now, it might be like the last 32 days or just some, like, very close till Madden 16 or whatever they're going to call it comes out. I'll have online ranked matches, and I'll play as all 32 teams in 32 days. I don't know if I'll actually do it every day because that might be kind of hard, but I'll do my best to get it out as frequently as I can. And I actually had things to say that I accidentally said last episode, and I didn't even know, but so I can just skip that. And MLB. I have Xbox One, so it's hard to play a baseball game since the 2K has stopped making baseball games. Now I kind of hope they pick it back up where they left off and maybe just like skip this 1 year, since MLB The Show is only PlayStation, but I don't know if 2K is going to make any more games, and there's really not a great game for Xbox at the moment if you want to play baseball, which sucks because I enjoy basketball, baseball, and football are my three favorite sports. They're my three main sports, and that's probably what you'll see most of my channel if I can get a baseball game to play. And if I did, I would either do a franchise or a player or whatever they end up calling it, or I might even do both. But hockey. I also like hockey. Now, I don't play it in real life like I do the other three sports. Like, I've played it when I was younger, just deck hockey for fun with my friends, but I don't play it in real life. But I think it's very interesting and is very entertaining to watch and play. The video game is very fun. I think I'm going to get that as well, and maybe play some online ranked matches, make a franchise, or I'll just, I think it might be a GM or owner mode on that. I think it's GM, but yeah, I will probably do a player mode or maybe some online ranked matches or a My GM mode. But yeah, that's pretty much my series ideas, and I think I'm also going to go over, well, I know I'm also going to go over some of the big moves that happened in NFL with this offseason, starting off with Steve Smith. In real life, Steve Smith is now on the Ravens. He was on the Panthers for a while, and he is now on the Ravens as his contract expired. And Michael Orr, I believe if you haven't watched the movie The Blind Side, which is a great movie, he was a lineman for the Ravens, and I believe now he's in Tennessee. I think so. And Lamar Woodley. And I forgot to tell you, but I am a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, live in the area, and just really enjoy every Pittsburgh team, whether they're good or bad. I don't care. I enjoy my hometown. So this one was a heartbreaker. Just got his throwback jersey, Lamar Woodley, and he is now on the Raiders. And Eric Decker, wide receiver used to play on the Broncos, now on the New York Jets. Aqib Talib and DeMarcus Ware both moved to the Broncos, as well as TJ Ward and Darrelle Revis, longtime New York Jet. Last year played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He is now going to play for the New England Patriots. And Darren Sproles, I believe, is going to the Eagles. He's very short and tiny, same thing, but very speedy running back who was on the San Diego Chargers for a while previously, or was just on the New Orleans Saints, and I believe is now going to be on the Philadelphia Eagles, if I'm not mistaken. Jarius Byrd, pretty good safety for the Bills. I don't remember where he's going, but I think it might be the Saints. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's where he's going. And I'm sorry I don't know everywhere these people are going. But anyway, some more teams, or more big moves. Maurice Jones-Drew, running back that played for the Jacksonville Jaguars, is now on the Raiders. Michael Vick and Mark Sanchez pretty much switched spots in their quarterback, that was completely worded wrong. Pretty much switched teams. They are both quarterbacks, if you did not know. Michael Vick used to play for the Eagles, now on the Jets, and Mark Sanchez used to play for the Jets, now on the Eagles. Cortland Finnegan, cornerback, going to the Dolphins this year, the Miami Dolphins. And Matt Schaub, very long time quarterback for the Houston Texans, is now going to be on the Raiders. LeGarrette Blount, running back, going to the Steelers. Jason Campbell to the Bengals, quarterback. Brandon Browner to the Pats. He's going to the New England Patriots, yes. I don't know why I said that. I just was being stupid for a second. Anyways, Ryan Fitzpatrick, now to the Texans. He was the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. He was the starting quarterback for the Buffalo Bills for a while, then I believe was a backup for Tennessee last year. Now going to the Texans. Jericho Cotchery was on the Steelers for a little bit. He was one of our backup. I say our because Steelers. I'm a Steelers fan. I'm sorry if I do that. But he was one of the backup wide receivers for them, behind Antonio Brown and I believe Emmanuel Sanders, who is now also on the going to the New England Patriots. But Jericho Cotchery going to the Carolina Panthers. And Jared Allen going to the Chicago Bears. Brandon Whedon to the Cowboys. Julius Peppers to the Packers. Very great defenseman. Noshawn Moreno to the Miami Dolphins. And Antonio Cromartie to the Cardinals. And that is just going to be an absolute beast of a cornerback core there with Patrick Peterson and Antonio Cromartie. It's almost going to be unstoppable for the Cardinals. And see if they'll actually help them this year, because the last few years they've been nobodies ever since they got knocked out of the Super Bowl by the Steelers a few years back. Also, Devin Hester, longtime Chicago Bear, beast of a kick returner, is now going to be on the Atlanta Falcons. Lance Moore, wide receiver from New Orleans Saints, now going to be on the Steelers. Ben Tate to the Browns. Altron Werner to the Tampa Bay Bucks, and a big one, Deshaun Jackson to the Redskins. And some of my friends who really like the Eagles were really mad to see Deshaun Jackson go, and they were especially one of my friends. He's a good friend of mine. Was mad because out of all teams to go to, he went to the Redskins, one of their rivals. Anyways, Lamar Houston to the Chicago Bears. Hakeem Nicks signed a one-year deal to the Colts. Mario Manningham to the Giants, And I think I said earlier that Emmanuel Sanders was going to the Patriots. I think he's going to the Broncos. But I don't know. I'll have to look at that one because I'm not quite sure. I kind of forget, but it was one of the two. Roman Harper to the Panthers, Brandon LaFell to the Patriots, and Golden Tate to the Lions, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie to the Giants, and now the Jets also have no more Santonio Holmes. And like I said last video, guys, my videos aren't, and they probably won't be the best, but they will get better, I promise. I'm trying to stay active. I know I had a really slow start, but I'm going to just keep getting better. I promise you that, so please just keep watching. I promise they're going to get better, and you'll like them even more, and there's no way I can even get worse, and things can only get better from here. I'm kind of just saying the same thing over and over, but I'm just trying to make a point, and sorry for kind of rambling right there, but I'm going to go look real quick, see if which team Emmanuel Sanders is going to. Yes, Emmanuel Sanders did indeed go to the Broncos, so that was correct, and he did not go to the New England Patriots. And sorry for the black lines on the side. I forgot to, when I was editing this at the time, which was a while ago, I forgot to fit it with the screen, so I apologize for that. It looks pretty bad, but at least this is more of a listening episode instead of watching gameplay and me talking about it. But I apologize for that, and that won't happen again. Sorry. And this was a lot shorter than I expected. I wanted to make sure I got through everything with like enough time, and so I added an extra episode, maybe, and thinking that was my knuckle, sorry. But thinking also if there was enough time I could just talk about the gameplay, but I kind of thought that I might need more than one episode to talk about everything, so that was kind of unexpected. But Bill Russell, who is obviously the guy I made the owner, it was just a random name at the time. I wasn't even thinking about the basketball player, so he doesn't even look like that. And yeah, he looks nothing like that. It was not meant to be like that. That's not what it was thought out to be. So if that's what you were wondering, he is not the basketball player. He is just a random name. And I thought, if I'm going to keep doing franchise modes, I might keep like using the same name, like I don't even know why, just because, like, I might change the first name but like make them all the same last name and stuff like that, just to keep something going. And anyways, next episode I will be talking about the draft. I will be going over probably just every pick of the first round, and in case you missed it, just to like tell you what happened and what's going on with the teams in the draft. And yeah, there were some kind of surprising picks and stuff, and if you just didn't get to see it, you can know like who your favorite team drafted or something. I don't know, I just enjoy talking about stuff like that and finding out new things. And if I did miss any big like free agent signings or trades, please tell me in the comments below, because I had a feeling I missed a few, because this was like, they all happened around the same time, and then I think there were a few, maybe even a few big ones that I just didn't hear about or forgot to write down. If you didn't know, I just wrote all these down so I wouldn't forget them. I'd have to have one pretty good memory to remember all those. But yeah, so just tell me in the comments below if I missed any. And I think that is pretty much it for all I had to talk about. But yeah, so the Bears defense is going to be a lot different this year without the help of Julius Peppers, sorry. Like, that's just a big change. And tell me what you think's going to happen with these teams, like losing or gaining all these players, especially teams like the Raiders gaining a bunch of players, as well as the Patriots and the Broncos. There was a lot of moves between them, And tell me what you think is going to happen with those teams. And the Seahawks, they lose Sidney Rice and Golden Tate. I'm not quite sure if Sidney Rice got picked up by anyone, but I'm pretty sure he's not on the Seahawks anymore from what I heard. And you can see we're facing off against the Vikings in this game. And speaking of the Vikings, I thought it was kind of funny that the year that the Vikings, they had that really good year, and I believe they got knocked out of the NFC Championship by the Saints, the year the Saints won the Super Bowl, where they had Brett Favre, and yeah, I mean, I was going to keep going on, but they had Sidney Rice, Percy Harvin, and then I think the next year, it was one of the two, Sidney Rice or Percy Harvin went to the Seahawks, and then the very next year, the other one came with them, so they've been with each other for a while, because I believe they were both in Minnesota for a good time, and they were both in Seattle for a few years. So I don't know, I just thought that was kind of funny. And yeah, I just feel like I'm missing something, like one of the big trades or moves, free agent pickups or something that happened that I just can't remember. So I'm sorry, and tell me, like I said again, tell me if I missed any in the comments that you know of. And thank you. And you could see that we did end up getting Denard Robinson now. Like I said last game, he is way overpowered in this game. He's super speedy. It doesn't even go down that easy, and he can just outrun anyone. When you hand him the ball outside, he's got any space. Excuse me. If he has any space, he's pretty much gone. He is an absolute beast, and that's why I didn't want to use him at first, because I thought it would be kind of cheap, and I wanted to find someone on my own. And I saw Robert Turbin play for a little bit, and I thought, wow, that guy's like, he's probably not getting that much playing time because he's behind Marshawn Lynch, but he just looked pretty good, and he was like real young and fast, and just pretty good running back all around, looked like. And then I wanted to use him in the game, and of course, if they don't start in the games, like, there's not that many good backup running backs unless they are just really fast, like Denard Robinson. They make them so much worse than they are in the games, and some of you might not even know who Robert Turbin is, and that's no big deal, because obviously he's a backup, and not many people probably did know of him, but I saw him play a few games, just thought he was pretty good, wanted to use him, found out he's not that good in the games. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for what I was going to talk about in this channel update. Yeah, that looks like it. And one more thing I wanted to go over. You saw a little bit ago that we missed that field goal, and I don't know what it is, but I just can never get, like, any kicker can never get a field goal. Like 49, I think I've made a few 48 yarders, but like 49, 50-yard field goals, I try, I'm thinking, if I get all the power, it will go in. And they always end up hitting the crossbar or the pole or just falling a few yards short. And I don't understand, because I thought Graham Gano was just a pretty decent kicker. And so I try like 48, 49, 50-yard field goals, and they always end up short. I don't know if I wasn't getting all the power. I think I don't, that was not going to be worded right at all, but I don't remember if I got all the power in it or not. But if I didn't, it was probably pretty close, and I don't understand how he still misses those. Like, not that they're chip shots by any means, and he's definitely not the best kicker, but I just feel like they should be able to get those, and that kind of annoys me in the games. And to keep the streak of me just talking about random things that come to my head, Greg Olsen is the Panthers tight end, and he is the bomb diggity, okay? He is an absolute beast in this game. Like, he does not drop anything, and he seems to be open a lot, and I just don't notice. But when he is open and I do find him, he always catches it. He does not drop anything, and he's not that easy to take down, so he's always getting yards and stuff. when I looked, I saw a picture of him, and I just thought, oh yeah, that guy, that beast. So I was just kind of ramble on about him, and yeah, I just thought he was pretty good, and I don't know, when I played with him, it seemed like he never dropped a pass. He always got pretty decent amount of yards. Whenever it was a close, like maybe a third and close, or fourth and or short, not close, third and short, or maybe even fourth and short, excuse me, I could trust him and Steve Smith, or one of our bigger name guys, to make the catch. But I always just had like faith that he would catch the ball. Like, there was no doubt in my mind that he was going to miss it. Anyways, into the gameplay. Here's Brandon Banks taking this one out the end zone with his speed, breaks a few tackles, and tumbles down at the 27-yard line. Here I go with the pass play, which is probably not going to end up well, knowing me. Cam Newton drops back, looks. He finds a man who's able to get his feet in and make the catch. That was Greg Olsen. Speak of the devil. You can see him with the snazzy pink gloves in October. Breast cancer awareness. And now it is 1st and 10. Setting up another pass play because there's not much time left in the half. So Cam Newton drops back. He feels the pressure. Nice blocks going around, and he throws it an interception. Well, that does not surprise me at all. Cam Newton in this game, he seems to fumble the ball a lot, and he seems to throw a lot of interceptions, so a lot of turnovers from him. But he's not, well, I wouldn't say he's not like that in real life, but I feel like he doesn't fumble the ball as much in real life as he does in this game, because you can hardly run the ball without him like getting wrapped up in him just fumbling the ball. And sometimes people will see him wide open and he'll throw it, and then out of nowhere someone will come and intercept it. And sometimes they're just bad throws, and sometimes I hit the wrong button, and sometimes I'm just being stupid and really shouldn't be throwing it to that person. But I feel like he throws a lot of interceptions in this game, and he is a lot better in real life, especially with the season they had this year. The whole team, really, like I said last episode, that I don't really think anyone thought the Panthers were going to be as good as they really were this year. They were a very unexpected team that just blew everybody away, and they had a really good season. And there's Kyle Rudolph getting another catch and getting a bunch of yak yard after catch. He had like a few big plays in this game where he just could not bring them down. Just little short passes, and he had all the space in the world and just runs all the way down the field as the Vikings get another touchdown. But as I was saying, back to what I was just saying, the Panthers, they had a really good season and very unexpected. But I believe sometime in the middle of the season, it was either a big win streak or they just started like winning a lot more than they did losing. I'm pretty sure it was a pretty big win streak though. Then they ended up making it into the playoffs, and I think, I'm not sure how far they made it, I'm sorry, but it was either the NFC Championship or maybe the division. Maybe it was the divisional round, but I'm pretty sure that they won their first game in the playoffs, because I'm sorry, but I don't even really remember if they were a wild card team or if they ended up winning their division after all those wins. But either way, I think it was one of those two, divisional or the NFC Championship, that they got knocked out. And yeah, that kind of ends my ramble. And here we go, 1st and 10. Cam Newton fakes it to Denard Robinson, drops back, passes it over to Greg Olsen. He catches it as always and picks up the first down. But there's an injury on the field, and oh no, it's Greg Olsen. But that'll end the quarter. You can see we're down 21-0 going into the fourth. A pretty big deficit. We just dug ourselves into a pretty big hole here. Sorry if I seem like I'm talking fast. I kind of feel like I am. But yeah, pretty big hole here. It's going to be tough to come back, but it's definitely possible, as Brandon Lloyd makes the catch there for the first down. We're getting our first downs. We're picking up some nice yards, and we can definitely do this. But if we want to, we got to score here, and then we just got to play very good defense and stop them so they won't be able to waste as much time. And Cam Newton in the shotgun, drops back, looks, fires, and it's intercepted once again by the Vikings. And that might just do it. Like, excuse me. It's going to be very hard to come back from this if we don't have the ball. And when they have someone like Adrian Peterson who can just run all over you, pick up first downs like it's nothing. Definitely the best running back in the league, my opinion. And running the ball is just going to be able to waste a lot of time. And so you can see the clock just ticking down. And 3rd and 10 here. So we were able to make a few stops, but still, when you don't have the ball and you're down 21-0, and they're able to waste a good minute or two off the clock, it's not going to be easy to come back from, as we are able to break up that pass to force them to punt the ball away. And so we have Brandon Banks deep and just waiting for the snap, that punt. Going back is Brandon Banks. He's going to cut one way, then go, and he finds a little gap. He's going around the outside. He makes a man miss, and he is tackled at the 40-yard line. So just 40 yards away from a touchdown. We are in Vikings territory, but we need to act fast if we want to score and we want to have a chance at this game. So Cam Newton drops back. He looks. He finds his man Smith, Brad Smith, who we picked up in a trade from the Buffalo Bills earlier in the season, and he is going to give us the first down as there's a timeout, and you can see we're still down 21-0. Oh no, sorry, that was not a timeout, it was the 2-minute warning. So just 2 minutes left in the game, down 21-0. It's going to be very hard to come back from this, but I still have hope. We're going to find our man. Is that Smith again? Or is that Olsen? I'm not quite sure with all these people in the middle. But 3rd and 3 here. Last chance pretty much at anything. We need this first down. He has a man Olsen. Oh, but it's a bad pass, and he forces him to run up on it, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. It's now 4th and 1, and we're going to have to go for it here because that is going to be our last hope pretty much. And 4th and 1, we have Trustin Denard Robinson running it up the middle, not known as a power back, but we're going to hand it off. He has a little gap, and he gets the first down. Now, just under a minute on the clock. Pretty much no hope here. But we're still going to try to at least get some points on the board as Cam Newton is sacked. 4th and 17. And we're going to go for the field goal just to add some points on the board. And kick is up and good. As time expires, so we are 0-3 in games played, and what was it? As the holder is in a glitch as he's staying there in some awkward pose, but we fall to the Vikings 21-3, and I believe we are 0-3 now in games played, and 2-1 in games simulated. Looks like, yeah. So next episode we'll be facing off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we are 2-4 on the season, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 1-5. It'll be a divisional game, hoping to end our losing streak of games played and just this awful skid. Anyways, that pretty much wraps up this episode. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'm gone. See ya.